Hey guys, it's been a while since I've posted anything to YouTube. Been several years actually. So decided it was time to get me a new project to tinker with. So I got this 19 K5 Blazer. Figured I'd show you a little bit. Got a really good deal on it. Right now it has 36-inch Super Swampers on it. They did trim the fenders to make them fit and stuff. But rust wise, it's not too bad. The inside was trash. It still haven't done much with it, but the main part of rust is right here on these rockers. You can see I'm gonna have to get me some panels. Typical doors, they cut holes in them, but I'm gonna redo this interior. This is just stuff they had in the truck. Although I did get these infab Nerf bars here off Facebook Marketplace, and I got a really good deal on them as well. But all this is going to change. Taking these seats out, I got a couple really nice bucket seats and a nice console that's going to go in here. Everything's going to get changed to black. You can see the steering wheel's jacked. I think they just didn't get all the pieces put back in it, and this nut out here is cross-threaded. But when I got it, it did start and it did move. Not very well, but it did. But really, rust-wise, besides the rockers in the back on each side, you can see right there's a little hole. Other than that, the main body of the truck's in really good shape. The quarters, there's no rust at all in them. It's got an older, like a pre-76 Dana 44 up front. It's got 12 bolt in the rear. It's had different parts put on it. At one time this tailgate was blue and the truck's been painted green, but it's a project and that's what I wanted. So they put a 3-inch body lift on it and kind of rigged some stuff up that I'm gonna have to work with. I don't mind the 3-inch body lift. I like keeping the suspension geometry and everything stock if I can. I did get some new rims and tires. I'll be putting them on here soon. When I got this thing, I brought it home and it had a electric fuel pump that was put behind the passenger side front tire. And most of those pumps are designed to push fuel, not pull it. And it would start, but it would load up real bad, and the blue smoke from overloading with fuel would about burn your eyes, and the carburetor would fizzle out and flood out. It was horrible. So got it home, and the first day I went to take it off the trailer, and it was hard to start, wouldn't hardly start, and then the starter wouldn't work all the time, so I had to take the starter off while it was on the trailer, and there was like just a few strands of wires that was getting current to that starter. So I got that, put a new plug on the end of it, and got that addressed. You can see over here where they hand the fenders on this side. Now it does have one of the older style Dana 44s, the flat top knuckle on it, but I'm going to probably do some crossover steering on it, and I'll go through the whole front end, new U-joints, and the works. And I'd like to put some Yukon axles in it. A lot of people are like, why don't you go 3/4 ton drivetrain? This is going to be, it's a toy. I'm 51 years old. My days of going out mudding and tearing my stuff up as far as off-road is over, but I do have the plans for a 496 for it. I think that'd be a great build. I do also have plans for a 4L80E transmission. I got a quote from a really good transmission shop to get that built. One thing, when I took that electric fuel pump off that they had on here, I tried to put a mechanical pump on there, and cranking the truck, the push rod from the mechanical pump's not moving. So I don't know if the lobe on that cam's worn off. I don't know if somebody tried to put a cam in it that didn't have provisions for a mechanical pump. I don't know. I put a Sniper fuel pump. I think it goes up to like 9 psi or something like that. Went ahead and wired that in, and take you up front here. I've done a little bit of work to it. I haven't really documented. This is the first video I've made, but I wanted to start. Let's see here. I'll start here, put a new battery in it, put a new starter in it, and then I went ahead and went with one of these tough solenoids. It's like a Ford solenoid, so I only have one wire now running down to the starter. It's pretty nice. New plugs, new wires. I had to put some shields on the spark plug on the boots there because they were pretty close to the header. I did get a brand new 850 Edelbrock carburetor. Went with a regulator. It's kind of inexpensive. That's something I'll replace in the future because I probably will go back to mechanical pump. But you know, had to run some wires and stuff. Ran all new wiring from the fuel pump and everything. But I got it running pretty good. It had I put a couple automated gauges in it, and I did get this nice cold case radiator for it. It's kind of rigged in here right now because they did that lift, but they put like a 2x4 here and some foam, and it's just sitting in there. So I'm gonna have to make a mount for that. And then these mounts up here, I may have to move over a little bit, but I had to put a decent radiator hose on here. I gotta buy some hose to make a radiator hose for that bottom over there. I've had a lot of problems trying to find a good hose for it, but I actually got it running pretty decent. It is a 454. Like I said, I did put a couple gauges in there. So I'll turn the key on here. Hit the gas a couple times. I think I might have a parasitic drain that slowly drains that battery down. It's going to definitely need some wiring work. Normally it fires right up, but I'll bet you that battery's getting kind of low. But, you know, I wanted something to play with, and Camaros and Chevilles are just too expensive these days. And I do a lot of hunting and fishing. I do like four-wheel drives, and I like horsepower, so it didn't sound too bad. I don't know if the phone... Got a set of flow matches on there, and these fenders actually aren't too bad. They cut them, so I'm going to go back with 35s. I'm going to sell these Super Swampers here. New fenders, inner and outer fenders, cowl induction hood. You know, the motor doesn't run perfect, but it runs pretty decent. I've got about 5 pounds. I think those Edelbrock carburetors call for about 5.5, and that is very inexpensive. I did put a new Excel distributor cap and rotor and all that stuff in there. As far as it's starting hard, I haven't checked the timing yet, but like if I charge that battery up, it fires right off. So you know, these rockers, this is all solid back in here. The whole back end is solid. I will need to do a little bit of work. Probably get a hold of LMC, maybe get a new tailgate for it. I'd like to replace the door, this door, and the whole doghouse. Like I said, it's not perfect, but compared to what it was when I got it, it runs way better. So that's kind of where we're at. I do have the rims and tires, so the next video I take of it, I'll have them on there. Hopefully I can sell these Super Swampers. They're still in pretty good shape. So anyway, that's just kind of a rough look at this truck. We'll keep you posted as the build comes along. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.